Tucked in the northwest of Slovenia lies the epic Triglav National Park. Triglav National Park has a host of many tremendous natural gems amidst the stunning Julian Alps, and we couldn't imagine spending our first full day in Slovenia other than exploring this corner of the country. With its majestic mountain peaks, cascading waterfalls, and milky blue waters, Triglav is the home of unspoiled treasures. From sun up to sundown, our breath was taken away by the wonders of the Julian Alps as we scaled up the highest mountain pass in the country and got low and deep in the Soca Valley. We start our day's adventure on one of the most beautiful hikes in Slovenia at the top of Vršic Pass.
It's definitely a little bit chilly today. Good morning, guys. Right now we are going to be exploring the Soca Valley here in Slovenia, and we begin on the Vrsic Pass, which is actually the highest mountain pass here in Slovenia, and the drive up here was pretty cool.
These roads are so windy. I think we're just taking hairpin after hairpin right now.
And what's kind of cool is that at each of the different hairpins, they throw cobblestone on there instead of regular asphalt. And I think that's to do with you not speeding through the pass, because it is a little bit sketchy driving here, but not too bad.
We got to see so much of the fog lifting because we came here a little bit early in the morning, and the mountains are so high. Like, we really have to look up past the window to see the peaks. It's crazy. Our very first activity for the day is exploring this pass by foot. We're doing a very popular and beautiful hike called the Slemenova Spica.
We're about 10 minutes of the way into this hike, and the trail conditions are actually decent. Now, it is a lot of rock, big rock, small rock, scree, and of course you have the beautiful Julian Alps right there the entire way up. It's genuinely a really beautiful hike, and if you're like us, you're gonna want to stop every 5 minutes.
It's been 20 minutes since we started at the trailhead, and we made it to our very first junction point. We're going to be turning right towards Slemenova Spica, and it should only take about 45 minutes to get there. If we turned left, this would be 2 hours to get there. It's a more challenging route, but hopefully our game plan is to actually come back down this route, creating a full loop on this hike.
I feel like we're super underdressed, and like we don't really look like hikers like at all, except for a shoe. Lauren, we gotta wrap it up a little bit and pick up some of those colorful outfits.
And the hiking poles.
Super sick. And the hiking poles, we need them. They actually look so cool.
First major viewpoint coming up, and you can actually see into Italy and Austria. I'm so amazed by this view. You can see so much into the valley. Oh my goodness.
Woo. Be careful, guys. There are a lot of these big rocks, and a lot of times you may have to use your hands. Just keep that in mind.
This is Slemenova Spica, and I am so amazed at the views of the Julian Alps that we are getting over here. It is completely panoramic, There is not one corner of my eye where I don't see amazing mountains.
I don't know if you guys can see, but there are these like tiny little dots walking along this ridge right over here. And that is the trail we're going to be taking on the way back. There's actually a few groups already on it, so it definitely seems to be a popular option. So instead of just going out and back, this you can do a nice loop. And from what we can see from here, that looks amazing. No trail. Climbing up the face of a mountain.
I can definitely see why this one is considered the challenging route, because the trail is pretty much only defined by what looks like footsteps. It's all scree, and I'm so glad we didn't come down this way, because that would have been pretty scary for me anyway.
So cool. They're doing the Via Ferrata right now, which is like the Iron Way. We actually have to hook yourself into these carabiners, and we actually did one in Switzerland. So make sure to go and check out that video if you have a chance.
That was such an amazing hike and a great start to adventures in the Soca Valley. It's time to head back in the car and go to our next spot.
Some of the best spots that you can see in the Soca Valley actually follows along the Soca River, which you can see behind me. It has this perfect milky blue color that is just beautiful. So right now we are at the small gorge, and it looks quite nice already. But just 5 minutes down the road, we reach the big gorge, and apparently that one looks even better.
There are a couple of pretty neat waterfalls worth checking out when you're in the Soca Valley, and we just saw one, the Vršič waterfall near the town of Bovet. And we were there for a very short amount of time because we were just getting drenched. And this guy thought it was a good idea to come in a t-shirt when it's nearly November.
You're welcome. So for our second final stop, we are here at the Socha River viewpoint. And it's really cool is that the viewpoint actually rests in the middle of a suspension bridge, like a legitimate bouncing suspension bridge. All along the Socha River, you can actually find these different suspension bridges. So it's kind of cool. You can venture around to different areas and you get this beautiful view of this green-blue water. And of course, you have the Alps right in the back.
It's a chilly and rainy morning, but we wanted to come out and show you guys two spots that you can visit on your way to Vršic Pass. They're both in the Soca Gorge area and only about 7 minutes apart from each other. The first one is the Zelenci Nature Reserve. And why is it so beautiful? Because there's a spring-fed turquoise lake that you can see just below me and a beautiful boardwalk right along it. And on a clear day, you can really see that turquoise just pop out so well, and the Julian Alps in the background. Unfortunately, it is starting to rain, so the fog is kind of covering that view, but the fall colors are really coming through. Our second spot is Lake Jasna. It's a very shallow and calm lake, and it's split into two with the valley showing up right in the background. And it's a whole recreational park area, so there's a ton of walking boardwalks, bridges, benches, and there's also a ton of restaurants that sit along the shore and accommodations that are right in town that are just steps away from the lake.